Welcome back, guys. So in last lecture, we have discussed about data type and how data type works, and we have shown code run also, which is here right now. You can see in the main block. So now we will today discuss about one very important topic of OOPS concept in C Sharp, that is method and class. So we will discuss it here, and we will now come to know that why we called C Sharp as a object oriented programming language. So let's begin. So if I will write down a format for method, so I will say like public void, say I will create a define a name for the method, say my name Himanshu. Okay, and as I told previously also, just to remember, method will always have a bracket. So do not get confused with class and method. Class don't have that bracket, but method will have. Okay, now this is the body, and we have created a method now. So you must be wondering like what is this void and what is this public. Okay, so let me clarify it. So already we have created namespace, this is the class, and now this is the method. So just like the variables where we have declared a data type, similarly for every method we need to tell what kind of output, or you can say return type, it is returning. Okay, guys, please listen carefully. So if it's not returning anything, it will have return type void. Say this is here. Okay, suppose if you wrote something here, a code which is returning a string, you can write it as a string. So this will be the return type or output of this particular method Himanshu. But right now we are not going to do anything, so it will be a void. And why that public is here? So that is because if you want to call this particular method Himanshu from a different class apart from this class create hello world, then you need to define it as a public. Otherwise you can define it as a private as well. So that's the basic idea. So we will discuss about this in more uh, contrast way in our different lectures. But just to let you know that why we are what we are doing here and what these words means, I am giving you an idea. Okay, so we have created a method, and this is our method, and void is our return type. Okay, now the meaning of it here is that this method do not return anything, correct? And if you are creating a method as a public, you can use that particular method from any other class. You got that point also. Now the question arises, why we need a set of methods? Why we need it? Again the question is, why we need a methods, correct? So to answer that question, I must say, when we have to write a set of code, and those code can be wrapped up inside a one container, you can say, or a one umbrella, then you create a method and write that code inside that particular method, so that when you call that method name, automatically all the lines present in that particular code will be executed. I'm repeating it again. Suppose when you have to write a code, okay, and those code can be wrapped up inside an umbrella, so that umbrella can be called as a method. And whenever you want to execute those set of codes written inside that particular umbrella or the method, in this case Himanshu, you just need to call it, and you will get those particular set of codes executed. So you do not have to write those code uh, n number of times. Okay, so that is the basic idea. Now but you need to remember one thing. Please listen carefully. Methods cannot go inside the main block. We have discussed about main block in our previous lectures. So this is a one important note, that method cannot go inside the main block. All the class method should be outside the main block. So what is main block? Just to recall, what is main block? Main block, if you will ever see anything written like this, this is known as main block. This is executable block and we should not put any class methods inside it. Correct? Now, this we got some basic idea of method inside the class and why we are going to use it till now. Now suppose we have a sample code to write using this particular method. So suppose I'm going to write that, say console dot write line. I'm writing like I am inside the method Himanshu. Okay, I have written this set of code in the umbrella of method known as Himanshu. Okay, so this has been written. Now question is how we will call this particular method. Okay, how you will call. So as we have learned in our previous lectures, now comes in picture the main block which I was discussing now. Okay, the calling part will be done inside the main block, or you can say that the block from where the entry point is started, which is static void main. Okay, so now you are thinking like, suppose I came to main block and I just type like Himanshu here, our main method, and it will get executed. Correct? No, this is wrong. We cannot do in this way. Okay, that is wrong way of doing it. It will not work. Now how to do it? So here's the concept. Method Himanshu belongs to the class create hello world. Okay, please listen carefully. Method Himanshu belongs to the class create hello world. Okay, so to call any method of the particular class, first you have to create object of the class. You got my point? So if you want to call any methods of the particular class, first you have to create an object of that particular class. So this is what the OOPS concept, object oriented programming language. Okay, so we always use, or we will take help of object to call our methods. Okay, inside the main block, to so that it will get run. Okay, so how we will call that? So our class name is create hello world. Okay, so firstly we will define our object like class name. Suppose my object name is h, which is equal to new create word. Okay, perfect. So this is how we defined our object. Here if you will see, h is our object and this is our class, and we took now as a new is as our memory allocation. So new is nothing but we have allocated memory to new for the our object. Okay, and this is the way we will do it. And now how we will call the method. Every time if you have to call the method, you will write like object dot method. Okay, so here if you will see, I have a object known as h. I will type it here h dot. So my method should come here automatically. If you will see, it came here. Okay, so I typed it here. Okay, so if you will see, I have created my calling my method in the first line of the main block, so it will be executed first, then it will go below and execute the other codes. Fine. So let's do it. Let's run it. So if you will see at the output, I am inside the method Himanshu. It is coming. So that means the object creation is successful, and inside the main block we have called our method and executed the result successfully. So I hope you have got the basic idea of method, class and object. And in our next lecture, we will do, we will create a new class and we will call our this particular method from that class using the object. Till then, thank you.